part dos. All right. Check out the first video first. Again, reason why I do part 2 is so then it's not too long, and I don't want to bore the viewer of my story. So, like I said, a couple weeks ago, the weekend before last, I went to Nate's birthday party, met a lot of Nate's family, had a great time. We went to Gig Harbor, and now we're back to the story where we're at, I'm pretty sure it's called Tower Lanes Bowling. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So, at Tower Lanes Bowling, we were waiting for everybody to come in. There was Nate, there was his brother, Nico, that's his brother. He's a really cool guy, too. I hope to hang out with him sometimes, too, but the guy likes to drink and stuff, so I don't know. But he's a really nice guy, though. He's a bail bondsman. But anyway, yeah, we were waiting on him, and then we were waiting on another guy, who was the friend that I was not so keen on. So, yeah, friend 1, friend 2. Friend 1's the okayer guy. Still kind of a strange fella, but, he's nice. He's the Dungeons and Dragons guy, and then friend 2 is the one I'm about to get to. So, when we were waiting for the friend 2 shows up as a little bit before we started to play, while Nico and Nate take a shot. Friend 1 doesn't drink, and I was like, I'm glad I'm not alone on that, honestly. He's like, yeah, I don't drink. I'm like, oh no, you're good. The Dungeons and Dragons friend. And then while we were there, friend 2 shows up. Me and friend 1, we were having a water. We just drank water, while Nate and Nico had a shot and a little bit. So then friend 2 shows up, and Nico and him, I think they both had like a Jello shot right after that. So, friend 2, like I said, was the one who almost killed Nate in a car accident last year, I think. Yeah. This guy is one of the worst drivers that I've ever heard of. Like not even like accidentally, like intentionally. He intentionally tends to destroy cars intentionally. Like literally the day before, the yesterday before that day, the day before, he literally fucking almost got arrested for getting in a car crash. So yeah, he destroyed a Jeep. He destroyed his mom's Jeep. He destroyed another car. And this guy has a habit of wanting to race people. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, nah, I am not racing you. And I straight up told him he was crazy and you're dangerous on the road. If you're a danger on the road, and plus it's raining outside, I'm not racing you for the life of me, because you are not going to be what's going to kill me. You are nobody special for me to race. So he was very like he knows all about my car, and I kept having to tell him, no, you don't know shit about my car. That's what I told him. You don't know anything about my car. I would know what my salespeople sold me, so, yeah. Realistically, this car is like 486 horsepower. It's really not that different from 500. The 500 is the dark horse. But, it's just 5.0. 500 kind of rings a bell. I just, but yeah, I kind of over-exaggerate it sometimes. I'll be real about it, but still, this is an amazing car. 485, 486, or 500, right? So I told him it was 500, and he caught my bluff there, really. It was just to sound cooler that I would say that. He's like, no, it's not. The dark horse is 500. So now he's one of those guys who fucking knows every detail about cars, right? So I'm like, okay, you got me there. It's not 500. I just say that to sound cool, you know, because this is a cool car, really. But there's really not that much of a difference, you know. Really, there's not. So I called this bluff there. So he kept asking me to race him in the rain and find a good spot. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not racing you. That's what I told him. Why? I'm like, why? I'm like, dude, I've heard stories about you, and you seem like a fucking danger on the road. That's what I told him. I'm like, you seem like a danger on the road, and I'm not gonna kill myself over you, you know. So he kept kind of like asking here and there to race, you know, and all that stuff, and he kept talking about his Challenger. And so then I was telling him I wanted to get the exhaust changed to active valve exhaust. So he's like, oh, so your car's not 486, your car's 480 horsepower. I'm like, no, I know that for a fact. It's not 480. It's not 480. It's 485, 486. Whatever the hell they advertised to me at the dealership. So he kept pressing it that it was 480. I'm like, it's not 480, bro. It's not. Now you're full of crap. That's what I told him. Now you're full of shit. You're full of shit, dude, because, you know, it's not 480. So he looked it up, and I'm like, you have to rely. I told him straight up, you're relying on Google for that. You know, I threw it in his face because he was relying on Google. I'm like, it's not 486. No matter how hard you try to convince me, it's not 486. And I don't believe it's not 480. I don't believe it's 480. I believe it's 486. You know? And then after that, yeah, he kind of dropped it there because I kept telling him that I'm not believing you. I'm not believing your answer. You can, you know, so. Yeah, he kept wanting to race me, and he was just being annoying and pressuring me and trying to sound like a know-it-all about my car, and, you know, kept asking to race. And then he was showing me videos of him driving, I think his mom's Jeep, over like mountain rocks and you know, like really big boulders. Like they're driving over boulders, and then he was like, you should do that in your car. I'm like, fuck no. That's what I told him. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not doing that, man. He's like, why? I'm like, this is literally my car that I work hard for, bro. I'm not trying to destroy my car that I'm working my ass off paying 86 grand for. I'm not gonna deliberately fucking. I straight up, and I was getting really irritated with him. I was like, dude, I am not destroying this car. You are. And I straight up called him fucking crazy. I was like, you're fucking crazy if you think I'm fucking gonna do that with my car. And that's exactly why I don't want to race you. You know, hold on, I'm at the gate really quick. So anyway, yeah, I was pretty much over the guy. And, you know, Nate and Nico asked what I thought, or not Nico, but Nate asked kind of what I thought of him. I was like, I am not a big fan of Friend 2, man. Not a big fan of this guy whatsoever. So they knew automatically I did not really like him too much. So Friend 1 was okay too, but he's not really someone I'd hang out with regularly. It's really just Nate. Nate's really the only guy I want to hang out with. And then Jake. Yeah. Man, I wish Jake would move down here. But, oh well. So, anyway, had that happen last week, and then it was back to the regular work week. And then it was Memorial Day on Monday this week. So, last Friday, I went to work, and then I went to Moses Lake for the first time. I hung out with my dad all weekend long, left Monday morning, which was pretty sad. It made me think, man, I have to come back to my miserable life, or my miserable job and all that. I was just like not happy to come back. I was just not wanting to come back. Like I love it here. I love Tacoma, I like Tacoma. I love Puyallup. You know, there's a lot going on in these towns, and you're close to everything. You're close to all the malls. You're close to all the stores. You know, you're close to everything. Like, there's everything out here on this side, right? But then Moses Lake, it's the same basic stores, Walmart, Winco, and all that. But I like being around trees. I like being around tall trees. I will admit the desert's really nice, though. It's actually really nice. They have canyons out there. They got rivers out there. The actual lake is gorgeous. A lot of fishing spots. People camp out in the desert, which I didn't know people would ever do. People, fish all over the place. There's fishing everywhere. There's a little town area called Potholes that we went to. We ate at a Chinese buffet. It wasn't really that good. I mean, it was good, sort of, but some of the food was kind of weird. I'm actually starting to gag thinking about some of it. Ugh. Their sushi was nasty. Their sushi had fucking bell pepper with it, and it was sitting all day, so it was starting to get like that nasty texture to it. But they put bell pepper in their fucking sushi. Who does that? Who puts bell pepper in sushi? That is disgusting. And then there was another kind of chicken meat that was there that had this not so good tangy sour sauce on it. I did not like it. I was like, oh, that is fucking gross. But other than that, everything else was good. Their clam mussels were really good. Their teriyaki chicken was good. Their yakisoba was really good. They didn't have a variety for dessert. They only had tapioca pudding and some Jello. And then other than that, yeah, so the majority of their stuff was pretty good. Some of it was gross. It was a pretty basic Chinese buffet, so it was like a 6.5 out of 10, I'd say. So then, yeah, we went out, went fishing, explored the desert a little bit, just kind of drove around by the sand dunes. People dirt biking, quadding, doing all this shit everywhere. It was so nice being there. I was like, man, I wish I had a fucking dirt bike and just rode these motherfucking sand dunes. Because, man, let me tell you, man, it was nice out there. It was so nice out there. It looks so fun out there, like, I kid you not. Like, it looks so damn fun. So, yeah, you know, and then we went to the desert. My dad tried to fish for a few times, so I just kind of walked around. There was like a boat sitting out there I tried to get to, but because I was wearing shorts, I didn't want to get pricked or bitten by anything, so I just gave up on trying to get to the boat. There was like a boat that was ditched out there. But yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. My dad's neighborhood was a little rocky. He doesn't really talk to his neighbors, and there's shit everywhere. There's cars, broken down cars everywhere. There's my dad has the biggest house, thankfully, and inside is definitely a lot better than the outside. And it definitely bothered my dad too, but I guess it looked like 20 times worse by the time he got there. He was not too keen on being there when he first came. Because I remember he was like regretting on coming. He was like, man, I don't think I should have even left California. I'm like, dude, just give it a minute. Just relax. We'll all start coming around, because it was the winter time when he came, and we couldn't get down to him. We couldn't get down to him, and he couldn't get down to us because the pass is closed, which is going to be kind of sad for Christmas, because, it's probably really bad over there by Christmas. But anyway, it was nice over the weekend. It was sunny. It was very chill. Monday morning, it started to get gray and cloudy, but it was kind of tough leaving. Me and him went to go eat some breakfast, and then that was it. I plan on going to visit him on Juneteenth, even though I don't do shit for Juneteenth. It's just an extra day off. So I plan on going over there, but I gotta get my car. There's like some kind of recall, I guess. And then I have I think my oil changes tomorrow. I have to check. Pretty sure it's tomorrow. Yeah, they've been having me stay in the hospital till 10, which I haven't been too keen on, but at least I'm around people that I get along with for the most part, so I'm not too upset about it. And they leave me alone with the bathrooms, but they've been hounding them about this one area, so I've mostly been doing that every day, so they shut the fuck up about it. And, just been doing what I can. It's almost the weekend. It's Thursday. I just got today and tomorrow, and then that's it. I'm good. And then, I don't know, figure out what'll go on in the weekend. I'm broke as all fuck, so I don't have money really to do anything. So, we'll see where it goes from there. But anyway, good catching up with y'all. And bye for now. Y'all have a good weekend whenever the next time I may make a video. Y'all have a good one.